Welcome to Cafe Inoma and welcome to our reaction to Jiya, Jale. It's a song by Rahman and this time the version that we are going to listen to is BERKLEE Indian Ensemble by BERKLEE College of Music. Requested by Jeffrey. I haven't heard this version of this song created by these artists, but I've definitely listened to the original several times. I in fact know it word by word.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've heard this.
You heard it?
I've heard this BERKLEE Indian Ensemble. I've heard it, but I think must have been 2 or 3 years ago. I heard it on YouTube.
I know of
Watched
them,
and
but I
heard.
don't remember listening.
I think they're all young students, mostly Indians or Indian origin students, and they have given this tribute to A.R. Rahman. So I've heard a couple of songs. I think on my earlier channel, Gobog, I also reacted to one of the songs from there where A.R. Rahman was a part of it.
Oh, okay.
So this is without him, I think, because his name is not mentioned. And such a big name if you don't mention. So he's definitely not part of it, but it's his song. That's it for this one. Let's get started.
जिया जले जा जले मैनू तले
huge list of people involved in the production of this one song.
Grand song.
Yeah, this is what I love. I love about Indian music. There's so much effort put into it. Real music from our part of the world, a lot of effort is put into it, and you won't get that in most other countries, most other parts, and that's what I love. Because as a music lover, from childhood or even before I was born, I was listening to music. So when I listen to music like this, where there's so many people part of it, perhaps 40, 50 people part of it easily, just by listening to it, I know how many people may have been part of it. So there's at least 20 people on instruments, at least 20. When you have that kind of, vibrancy and depth and richness in the music, and immensely talented students they seem to be, or graduates if they've just graduated from the Berklee College of Music in UK. Wow, they really put on a great show for us. What a wonderful, wonderful rendition of this song of A.R. Rahman. And I think A.R. Rahman must have been really proud and happy to listen to this.
He should be, because I've heard the original and they have really stepped it up for this one.
Yeah, vocals aside, I won't comment on the vocals. I think that was a little bit of the weak link for me.
Okay.
If I have to find one, and in such a song you really have to find one. It's difficult otherwise. But everything else was just beautiful. The musically, it was so much variety, so much richness, so much depth, so much passion. Wow, it's just so wonderful. Music is love, and this is a great, great song to demonstrate how music can be love.
It's why sometimes it is very difficult for even an Indian person to explain what India is, and the reason why it is difficult, because it cannot be confined within few words, it cannot be said in few terms, it cannot be really there cannot be a formula to things in India. Because there are so many things in India and so many formulas that there is not one set formula. When we Indians believe in certain things, we don't believe in one rigid thing. It's always going to be so liberal, and it's always going to be so many schools of thoughts. That's what makes almost everything in India, whether it is about music, whether it is about dance, whether it is about our culture, whether it is about faith, religion, belief. Everything has humongous amount of variety in India. And when we talk about Indian music, I have heard a lot of music from all over the world, and there is beautiful, amazing music all over the world too. But when it is about Indian music, there is one point that is so unique and that I don't find everywhere else. Could be, again I'm saying, maybe because I'm Indian, or maybe not, because my judgment can't be that wrong about certain things. And the music, the classical music I'm talking about, the instruments that you listen, the natural, the acoustic instruments that you listen from India, they are designed, and if they are played by a maestro, they are designed to work on your literal, the first and the foremost element of your body, and that is the water element of your body. So you don't listen Indian music with your ears only. It's not only to the brain. It goes to your entire system.
Yeah,
it gives you, we call it tarang in Hindi. Tarang is those rays, those waves. Now it is very difficult to translate that tarang in English. I know tarang can be vibrancy as well as frequency, but it's something in the middle that we say in Hindi. So it really travels in your body through the water element.
It definitely activates all the 7 chakras. It definitely activates all our senses, and it is wonderful. And this is all related to listening to this song. It's not that we are talking in a broader picture. And one thing about Indian music, because it's so vast, as you could tell from this one song itself, because it has so much diversity and richness, it's very easy for an outsider or someone who wants to pick on things, very easy for them to pinpoint flaws, errors, as well as talk about different things and critique it in a negative way. very easy for anyone to do it, and we welcome that. That's the greatness of, and that's why sometimes I get amused doing these reactions when I give my honest take on certain songs which I don't like. I'm amused by the response to those reviews, because where I come from, in my country, my part of the country at least, we're very open to criticism.
Yeah, it has.
You know, you won't find me getting perturbed or disturbed or stressed out or depressed or even suicidal, like so many people are in this world, on receiving a lot of criticism. I've received a lot of criticism in my life, my fair share of criticism, and I'm sure I'll receive a lot more by the time I'm done. So, but I take it in my stride, you know, because that's the beauty of being an Indian. When you're a real and true person from this part of the world, criticism is part of you. You love to talk about other people's things, positive, negative. You'll be realistic and honest, and at the same time, you'll also accept it to grow. And these students have done a phenomenal job here. Hats off to them. I don't know the individual names, it is all listed. Please go through the video. A lot of work put in by Jeffrey to list all their names. So great tribute to them.
This is great. I loved it. That's all for this reaction. Thank you for being with us.